Okay, well. I don't know. This is gonna be great. I don't know. Somebody is gonna watch the VOD on Twitch and be like, what the hell is this? What? But, I don't know. I have the desire for Proton John to, organically stumble upon this and to just get a message from somebody and just be like, what the hell is this? What the hell? Which, I mean, I occasionally get comments like that where it's just like, what is this? Why are you doing this? Although it's usually more like, God damn, you are committed to this. In usually the best way. Usually not like posing it as some harmful obsession. I don't know. You know what? The only thing is though. I don't know. Now that I think about it, if Proton John was, if Proton John or any of the Runaway guys was going to acknowledge 999 Weeks of Dokapon, it would probably be on Twitter, and I don't have Twitter. Or I don't use Twitter. So, I don't know. That would be the funniest thing. I just talk about this thing, and they've already done it. But I don't know. I also really want it to be just like completely organic. Because I know that experience of, just finding something and then just being amazed by it. The sheer tenacity of something. And it's like, like I'm listening to a chiptune remix of some Made in Abyss music. Like, Made in Abyss, I stumbled upon that. And I mean, granted, I think the way I stumbled upon it, I sort of had my, I did have my perception of it colored a little bit. But, like, it was, like, Made in Abyss, the anime, well, in general, but the anime, it has a few very, very gruesome moments. And like the way I found the series was basically because of the least gruesome of those. Made in Abyss, the happy stories. The happy and only happy stories of when a little girl discovers a robot and goes on an adventure to try and find her mother. Her adventurer mother. What? Hold on. Really? Okay. The dancing blade is kind of a fun... And okay, so one of my complaints about RPGs, when items are just like flat out better than other items, because I mean, if you have like a heavy armor build or a light armor build, that's fine, obviously, but like, you keep them balanced, right? So like, and have them have interesting things. Is like, so the dancing blade will just randomly strike, and that's cool and that's fun and it spices a lot of things up. But I mean, there are just weapons that are better. There's the sleep bow, which you can get fairly early on, but it's very weak. And so, I mean, sure, you'll be putting your enemies to sleep with every shot, or most every shot. I can't remember if it's random or not, but it's a pretty it's a pretty good item, or it's a pretty good weapon, but it's outclassed. It's terribly outclassed by a lot of other things later in the game. So it's kind of like, why bother? Unless you are early game, but also like, you know. And the same with equipment items. It's like, why? Or accessories. It's like, why would you take these when you could? I mean, you know, some are very situational, like being able to breathe underwater, or not taking damage from swamp tiles, which are very limited. Or not getting poisoned. I think it was just not getting poisoned. The galoshes. I'm not 100% though. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you know, a lot of the time you end up without those items and then you run into those situations where it would be nice and it's like, oh yes, now I can, yeah, I understand why this is a thing. But it's just like, still why? So, I will say though it is a little bit nice. Just sort of, mainly just talking and complaining about this game, whereas usually on YouTube when I do these pre-recorded, I don't. I just kind of ramble on. It is more of a podcast, which is fine, a personal podcast. But that's fine. But also like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, what does the mirror necklace do? Sometimes, no. And yeah, I had a whole thing where I was going to have the angel choker in addition to the acrobat thing, where I can just randomly, where it's a random chance, a very good random chance that I don't die. And then the angel choker is the same thing. And then you have like 2 items doing the same thing, which maybe is a terrible idea, but it's also, I think, actually a really good thing. As far as I'm concerned, it seems like it's worked out very, very well. So, but that did not last long. I haven't held on to any one particular weapon or shield or equipment piece for very, very long, except for the angel choker. That was the one thing. That was the one thing that actually worked for a decent while. Oh, and I have defeated the Robo Assassin, but you know, even the Robo Assassins thing, the criminal studs, they are pretty situational too, where they give you good bonuses if you're wanted, which is fine, but also not amazing. I think there is maybe another thing that the Robo Assassin can drop, or a few other things, but it's a really tough thing because the Robo Assassin stats are based on all of the player stats combined and averaged out or something along those lines. Sorry, I'm just realizing, what if somebody like popped in right now when I'm just about to end the Dokapon segment of the stream? Because again, like I could do more, but also I have to let my Wii cool off because it will overheat. 100% it will overheat. So, oh, and also it's just really fun with the dancing blade because it's just random, and I don't think the AI necessarily is going to auto counter. It's necessarily always going to 100% just auto counter you. Especially if it's a random chance when your input is attack. You know, so for the YouTube audience, I hope this has been not too cringy or different for you. Hope you can adapt to a little bit of change. Yeah, and until next time, yeah, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.